They can be 3-1 this drafted in 2022.
Blooded sniper. He's just struggled. You don't want to.
Had a game-winning opportunity. Jackson into Isaiah Jackson to lay it.
Jimmy just try to draw the foul. He's kind of from turn the ball over, even if they're.
Jarris Walker threw it away and
force Neesmith in the basket. Yet as Steph is able to get to the back
and make it a game. Jarris Walker, well defender, coming off a career high. Siakam, but you get everybody's come to Jesus effort. Draymond down the lane.
A pass, and he went as soon as kind of play make there and throw those pots.
19.8 against the Warriors. We'll have Sunday and Monday off. So Jarris Walker, little sidestep, Kuminga, and right there, Kenneth.
And he comes to a jump stop there.
Play for Jonathan Kuminga. Neesmith,
trust me.
Jimmy Butler behind.
You love to see that.
But he's at 51.
They're starting to work together. Oh my goodness. Clearly has some hang time. He's looking
bucket, but why is there a foul at the pivot? Steph Curry
keep up.
Better find Bradley. Longer than you think.
Keep Siakam off balance.
You always put size on Steph. He gets around
the open. Injury means opportunity. Murphy moves well without the ball too.
He'll buy you as Jim Carrey.
On the broadcast before.
Well, let me just.
You'll live with that shot. I just think he just crashed into him. Got a
that was an avalanche position.
Lethal.
Jarris Walker going to shoot over before it got to him. Johnny Furphy putting. These are the passes the Warriors
down. Be quick, but don't hurry. Tempo. They're fast paced.
And look who's in the game here. This is in year 8 for him. I think Indiana, like, you're healthy. So
get as much separation as possible.
And this experimenting with a lot of combinations.
38% from three-point range right now. Kind of an.
We're gonna look that up
in case someone went to notice.
Yeah.
So Warriors back in this zone.
Siakam right in the more. Only 3 times in NBA.
Buddy Hield was throwing at him. Or the 2 low guys. Zone. Now I think you're back in man.
Yeah, Siakam's got the height. Jimmy couldn't kick it back out to Moody for a 3. Al Horford at age 39 running to shoot and trying to get downhill. Siakam putting it up.
All the 4s and 5s. So percentage. He's in the 50s right.
Shepard up top. 5. Pascal Siakam can't play his body. Talon Peter. Horford again.
The people.
Pascal's got it in the finals last year. Butler.
This thing we talk about with
quit the ball. Ray J. Dennis. Shepard knocked it away. Jimmy retains. Throws a hand grenade to Pajemski. Kick it out to Talon Peter. Draymond with his feet set. Pajemski running in both finals team here.
The stories of these guys here for himself.
Iron. Neesmith coming over. Buddy Hield
earlier tonight.
Neesmith, that was big against Dallas. Johnny Furphy will launch the 3.
They were due. They're bound to have a breakout
the second half.
Like I said, they still take.
His system works. That's been proven. And then Steph
forced a lot of turnovers, shot together, and it can happen to him too.
Jackson's one of those guys.
Well, it's the scouting report or the back page.
Back out to Curry. Drive. Back out to Furphy.
Making way more shots.
Kuminga will launch the 3. Only 30% a year ago. He's on the kick out. Smith is the shooter.
He had the big on. Now with all these guys out, he's on
Boston. 14th pick and
organized the team.
Jimmy Butler off of
Megatron's going to come down with it. You know, you can give him some space. You can
Steph to beat the shot clock buzzer. Neesmith. Corner
the Pacers want to play with.
Warriors to Draymond. Again, Jackson back out to Neesmith. So 2 of 19.
Percentage me right now.
It's incredible. Curry. And then Steph. 1. Can he come up with a stop here? Corner. Neesmith to end the half. 7.
Make sure they get back on defense.
Pajemski to beat the buzzer.
My bad, partner.
Butter as in
his head. Like, why are you yelling? I know Jarris Walker, he had that exactly.
And working
a little shorter, I think. Fake handoff that usually gets.
What do you think they have in this game? Is Quentin Jackson?
They're going.
Indiana has the lead.
Double team, but listen to the help. One or the other.
The same price for 5 years. Price for 5 years. Come on down the lane. They left Steph Curry. They're dying for a win, and they've had the Warriors. Jimmy Butler.
So even tougher to double team and make sure you
To come out tonight in the quarter, but in simile of that squad. That guy does
6 offensive rebounds.
8.5 remaining in the third. Steph another
Goals in 4 minutes.
and run over like that and run
Down the lane.
Siakam 2-e. Shot clock at 3. Pajemski with the slant, a 2-man game. As hot as gonna drive and or save it for when it on. You can't make it. Siakam is 56% free.
He shoots it a little slower. That percentage will come up because for his career, he's like
Throws, you start really thinking about it.
And he's
15, Kuminga 15. Along with Buddy Hield.
Guy Santos self
With Quentin
the other
Jackson.
4 guys.
Staff played Jackson well. And Neesmith stepped through. That after it was taken away, it won't matter.
Greens in there getting deflections now.
Buddy's got to create something out of.
Getting a little stagnant at times.
Moody's got to beat the buzzer.
Defensively right
Got
now.
into the bonus.
Jordan Casino.
The hook doesn't go. But Isaiah. Buddy to Guy Santos. Ball the most. The Pacers and Wolf.
Can you run him down before the 4th?
Horford, little bank shot. Neesmith attacking again. Wide receiver lineup.
Yeah, look.
Clock at 5. Ray J. Dennis. Oh, man.
I think he has any on right now, but
It's a little odd.
that's
Jimmy wasn't with. And Ben Shepherd will fly in. I mean, you'll be fine.
well, I do when it's off the ball. Player does for your teammates. You don't have to touch the ball.
Free throws. Pajemski.
Momentum now. You want to keep the.
And
You
Pajemski.
don't have to let him off the hook if you don't want to. I understand.
Siakam again. Down the lane again. Siakam at 10. Ben Shepherd.
Discussions.
I want to know who Shepherd to the NBA, and then we'll Richard. Even at 80. Moody out to Guy Santos. Going to create space. Shuffle 2-for-1 here. They're going to get. And Butler from the baseline. Storming out of the halftime locker room. Siakam wheels around, reverses it up.
A space there in the middle. You double team Siakam.
Neesmith happened at the end of the third. And good minutes by and Jimmy Butler.
Just rising up and shoot it, even though he missed.
It's the home of the Indy 500. So Ray J. Dennis for 3. Quentin Post trail 3. And Quentin Post out of Siakam.
And Bradley, who Quentin Post was guarding, a tough turnaround jumper. Do that, like you know when to get the work.
Game, a rarity for the Dubs. Pass to Siakam, and he'll flip it. Couldn't quite finish initially.
Well, Siakam was all over him together
The night before.
Yeah,
And so,
but it shouldn't matter. But they
head and neck area issue is Quentin Post. Walker changing direction. I played 75 games a year. I was with you on that.
Yeah.
Back there, Jimmy Butler from the baseline. Butler attacking, reversing it up and in. Neesmith, Butler's blowing kisses. That's the new move.
Now he's going to get even more.
A little demoralizing.
Freewheel it.
Butler to Kuminga. Quentin Post out of behind the backboard. And the 3
Is good for the Pacers.
And then Quentin Post with Kuminga. Jimmy, he gets the grenade. Couldn't finish the layup. Quentin Post up. Got a foul on the open floor here. Those offensive rebounds are demoralizing.
But to bring the energy, that's what his. Go in there, get some more rebounds.
Draymond catch and shoot 3.
That it's like an avalanche.
In A as Siakam misses there.
You just want to keep extending here.
You don't want to.
They believe like they're not surprised this game.
Going to Siakam here. There's the double team. Show and go down the lane. You're trying to start the season. Jackson the steal and the little give much game here. Quentin Jackson passed it up. Quentin Jackson at 3.
The execution has to be top notch.
Curry is Indiana 5 of 15, but
All that matters now is finding a way to.
and Quentin inside and a line 4 of 4.
I see you. When you brought Jimmy Butler.
Quentin Jackson putting it up and in. Couldn't get him up in the air with the shot clock. You don't want to give up a but it's Siakam who they want to go. Quentin Jackson 3. Jimmy Butler to, and now Siakam from deep. Jackson fell. Jackson driving now. Ball game. Curry missed. And I think it's good they see
Siakam. Wow, big time.
Indiana 5 of 7 in the quarter. But they do not look like a facsimile of that squad.
That guy does as well. He did it last game. He had 6 offensive rebounds.
So down 4 with 8.5 remaining in the third. Steph another.
These Warriors have 0 field goals in 4 minutes.
It takes a lot of courage to just keep getting run over like that. And run.
Yeah, get him down the lane.
Siakam 2.
Clear the runway for me. Gonna get left in that elevator.
Shot clock at 3. Pajemski with the. Siakam and Nesmith just playing a 2-man game. As hot as. Things through JK right now. Gonna drive and
just if you celebrate, make it a good celebration.
Or save it for when it comes to work on Draymond. You can't make it.
He is,
to your point, Siakam is 56% free.
When he shoots his free throws, he shoots it a little slower. Awkward, but I think that percentage will come up because for his career, he's like
mental.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, you start missing free throws, you start really thinking about it. And he's 22. Steph Curry 18, Kuminga 15. Guy Santos first playing time along with Buddy Hield.
Guy Santos. So Nesmith is left on the floor by himself
with Quentin Jackson.
Guys.
Steph played Jackson well. Away. Nesmith stepped through.
Has a few more tricks up his sleeve.
And Steph deflected that after it was taken away. It won't matter.
Where usually it's your fault, all the moving screens, and they're getting deflections now.
Shot clock at 3. Buddy's got to create something out of nest.
They're just getting a little stagnant at times.
Jarris Walker moved his feet. Moody's got to beat the buzzer.
Density and surpass it. They're bringing it defensively right now.
Got into the bonus. Courtesy of Grayton Resort and Casino.
It's celebration only at Grayton Resort and Casino.
Side, Jarris Walker, little baby hook doesn't go. But Isaiah,
they go get him.
Buddy to Guy Santos. Last couple of years, these two teams pass the ball the most. The Pacers and Warriors.
Now you're chasing. Can you run them down before the fourth?
Nice closeout. Horford, little bank shot. 4-point game. Nesmith attacking again. Tony Bradley, Furphy. How about this? This is the wide receiver lineup.
Yeah, let's create some confusion.
Shot clock at 5. Ray J. Dennis. Now, can the Warriors retake the lead? Oh, man.
Adds on the chest. I don't think he has any on right now, but
Beck didn't get that contact like that. That was a little odd.
That's
so the Warriors both losses to Indiana. Jimmy wasn't unanswered by the Dubs to take the lead. You know they want to get it to Siakam again. Ben Shepherd will fly in. Two guys go with Siakam the whole rest of the game, and you'll be fine.
Well, I do when it's off the ball, and that's what being a great player does for your teammates. You don't have to touch the balls.
So Shepherd hitting both free throws. Hopefully not with the tie. Pajemski.
Hey, Warriors have a lot of momentum now. You want to keep
that a screen and didn't move. And Pajemski
big on you. You don't have to let him off the hook if you don't want to. I'm just
last 2 minutes. Siakam again. Down the lane again. Siakam to help. Shot clock at 10. Ben Shepherd.
I'm sure they had
Florida.
I'm sure they had some discussions.
I want to know who left, but that's okay. Shepherd to the NBA, and then we'll Richard. Even at 80. Moody out to Guy Santos. And Siakam tried to get it to Tony Bradley. Going to create space. Shuffle. 3 Stotts came up to help Jimmy with the 2-for-1 here. They're going to go down to 3. And Butler from the baseline. Indiana came out storming out of the halftime locker room. Butler on Siakam, wheels around, reverses it.
Their spacing was so good, and he had so much space there in the middle of the. And how much do you double team Siakam?
Nesmith and Pajemski were in the middle of all the good stuff that happened at the end of the third. And good minutes by. And Jimmy Butler
taking the initiative there. The smaller defender just rising up and shoot it, even though he missed it.
You're not
you have
fast
to.
enough.
Exactly.
Well, this is the home of the Indy 500,
Right.
so
Oh, come on now.
there you go. Ray J. Dennis for three. And it's Quentin Post, trail three.
Stripped that with his foot, I think.
And pot. Quentin Post, Ray J. Dennis, now to Siakam.
And to rotate. And then you leave Bradley, who Quentin Post was guarding. And that is a tough turnaround jumper. A little fun. They're always smiling when they do that. Like, you know when to get the work.
You have 2 days off after this game, a rarity for the Dubs. Bradley, the return pass to Siakam, and he'll flip it. And Butler couldn't quite finish initially.
Was able to draw the foul. Siakam was all over him. So Jimmy Butler just puts a game together.
Remember
All-round
when
game.
we said that Indiana played the night before?
Yeah.
And so
It's inadvertent. You don't like the word inadvertent, but it shouldn't matter. But they
very contact. And head and neck area issue is Quentin Post. Jarris Walker changing direction.
Body.
Yeah, he's moved into the starting lineup. Played 75 games a year.
Aaron Gordon.
No,
said earlier.
your call. I was with you on that.
Yeah.
Quentin Post went behind the back there. Jimmy Butler said Kuminga to beat the buzzer from the baseline. Butler attacking, reversing it up and in. Been fun with his teammates there. Neesmith and Post is blowing kisses to the crowd. Butler's blowing kisses. That's the new move.
Obviously, when Siakam goes out, he's going to get even more down game.
And that's easier said than done. It's got to be a little demoralizing.
It's anything from the Pacers. They can just come out and free-wheel it.
Butler to commit.
Execution perfect.
Isaiah Jackson. Quentin Post out of behind the backboard. Shot clock at 2. And the three to Shepard miss.
He missed it so badly. It was good for the Pacers.
And then Quentin Post with Kuminga. The three. Jimmy, he gets the grenade. Kuminga powering up. Couldn't finish the layup. Quentin Post touch it. Got a foul on the open floor here. Because those offensive rebounds are demoralizing.
Into a game cold, knock down a three, but to bring the energy, that's what his. Everybody else is like, hey, this is fun. Let's all do this. Let's go in there and get some more rebounds. Now, how do you use Steph here?
Steph, hesitation. Down the lane. Draymond catch and shoot three.
Quentin Post was down there. Like, they can't handle that. It's like an avalanche.
And that's a good thing to have in your DNA as Siakam misses there.
Feeling it now. You have momentum. You just want to keep extending here.
Indiana's only committed 1 foul, so you can't, you don't want to.
Not easy to do, but Warriors are capable. They believe.
Tonight.
Warriors are acting like they're not surprised this game is momentum going.
Going to Siakam here. There's the double team. 10. Neesmith show and go down the lane. Point game. You're trying to keep the Pacers winless. You're trying to start the season 5. But Butler threw it away. Quentin Jackson the steal and the little give it.
We got a clutch game here.
Quentin Jackson. They wanted. Siakam passed it up. Quentin Jackson at 3.
That you're super confident with, and the execution has to be top-notch.
In a 2-point game. Curry is 19 from the field in the 4th. Indiana 5 of 15, but Steph Curry to the line.
All that matters now is finding a way to.
The two Jacksons, Isaiah and Quentin. Reject the screen one way, drop it inside. And Isaiah Jackson perfect from the line, 4 of 4.
I see you. When you brought Jimmy Butler, sing out teams, winning close games.
Steph on Quentin Jackson, putting it up in here. Butler couldn't get him up in the air with the shot clock. You don't want to give up a
2 from the free throw line this season.
Neesmith's got Curry, but it's Siakam who they want to go. Rebound by Jarris Walker. Quentin Jackson 3. Minute left. Jimmy Butler to Jarris Walker. And now Siakam. Shot clock down to 5. Siakam from deep. And Jackson fell the game. Jackson driving now. Ball gets taking this game away from the Warriors. Curry missed against Steve Kerr. And I think it's good they see Indy.
Pascal Siakam. Wow, big time.
Post-game live is right now.